give a couple of tries before you give up on this completely. Hello everyone. Today I'm going to start a new series, and it's a topic that is really near and dear to my heart. I'm going to call the series Skincare from My Pantry. So basically what it is whatever we can find in our pantry, and then how we can use it for our skincare, beautification, and all of that. And that's what I'm going to talk about. And we are going to start off this series with oiling of the hair. If you're an Indian, this is nothing new to you. You grew up with a bright blue container of parachute coconut oil somewhere in your household. In India, this is a common routine, and usually we wash our hair once a week, which might come as a surprise, but it's kind of an elaborate routine. Usually people do it over the weekend, people do it overnight. You would oil your hair the night before and then wash it off the day after. Use of hair dryers is kind of frowned upon because it is thought to damage your hair follicles, and it is true. So basically you need a long time to let your hair dry, and women kind of would wash their hair in the morning and then let it dry throughout the rest of the morning. So it's usually done over a day off. The most commonly used oil is the coconut oil, as I said. We used to have it kind of, cold pressed homemade coconut oil, which we used to love. Now I have switched to using these glass bottles. Basically, we are looking for a virgin coconut oil, which is cold pressed. And cold pressed because heat kind of affects coconut oil. It changes its properties. When it is not heated, it's really good for you, whereas when it's heated, it kind of forms these extra bonds between its molecules and becomes polysaturated, and then it's not good for you and all. But we're not having food right now, so let's get to it. If you have kind of dry hair, or if you want to tame your hair, then this is going to be kind of a pre-treatment or a mask. But in addition, you can use other oils as well. I personally grew up with sesame oil. Sesame oil is really good for dry skin, and it has antioxidants. It actually makes your skin feel really hydrated and kind of moisturized. I'm almost running out. You can see that the bottle is a little bit beaten up, but it is thicker, so it is slightly harder to wash off from your hair if you just apply it directly to your hair. So it's always good to kind of mix a bit of the coconut oil with the sesame oil. After I came to US, I discovered olive oil, so now I mix all three. I haven't used any of those jojoba whatever oils in my life, so I can't talk about those. So for a regular use, you can go with a single oil, or I'm going to create a mixture. Now, coconut oil and the olive oil are going to be kind of a thinner consistency as compared to a sesame oil. Sesame oil is slightly more dense, more sticky or oily, you can say, so it will be slightly harder to wash off. But if you have coarser hair, that is what would help you the most. So now I'm just randomly adding the three oils. I'm keeping the proportions higher on these two, and then I'm just gonna add a small splash of the sesame oil, like a drop or two. So I have now the three oils in here. I'm gonna nuke this in the microwave for 10 seconds. And I'm going to just start 10 seconds. I'm checking. I can see that the coconut oil is not quite melted. I'm gonna add 10 more seconds. So you want it slightly warmed up, not really hot. I'm just gonna... Our coconut oil is almost melted, as you can see. Oil is nice and liquidy, and it is slightly warmed up. I'm going to start parting my hair and apply it over my scalp. This is is going to be where I apply it first. Massage your scalp slightly. Yes, I know. Now I'm just kind of putting it on my fingers and then going in the back and massaging my scalp in the back. If you want, you can just stop at this or continue and spread the oil over the rest of your hair's length, which I personally like. It kind of smooths out your hair's follicles, is it called? Nope, it's not. It's not called follicles. Follicle is the root of hair. What I'm referring to here is actually cuticle. Length of the hair is covered with layers of protein, and these layers are called cuticles. When a hair is damaged because of, say, overprocessing or because of environmental damage or heat or whatever, these cuticles tend to get inflamed and they kind of splay out, and a hair that is in this condition is more prone to breakage. When we oil our hair, it kind of calms down these inflamed cuticles and smooths them out, making the hair stronger. It's super bright in the background, so I hope this video is not screwed up. So you can see for my hair length, which is not much, I have used up about half of what we had. I think I started off with about like 1.5 tablespoons of mixture. Whatever is remaining, you can just massage it into your skin. Multiple cosmetic companies mention that oil is comedogenic. I don't know if I'm saying that word wrong. I don't know, I have seen in advertisements that they say oil is comedogenic. I don't think so. Actually, oil dissolves all the sebum and the gunk very effectively. So if your skin is dirty and you apply oil on top and you just leave it there, yeah, it's gonna probably plug your pores, but it's not the oil that's clogging. It's already the material that was in there, which is kind of, you know, like getting cemented in there. So, but if you apply oil and then wash your face off and then reapply as a moisturizer before going to bed, I have always noticed that, especially with coconut oil, I have a very better, like I have a much better looking skin when I grow up, when I get up in the morning. I'm massaging almost to a level where it's like warming up my skin. And of course you can go and like kind of massage off the rest in your hands. You know, in India, especially in winter, it's a tradition to massage your bodies with sesame oil because it's a denser oil. So in winters you would do it with sesame oil. In summers, coconut oil is considered cooling, so you would massage yourself and your head with coconut oil. And if you have flakes, you can add lemon, not this, the pure lemon, and squeeze some in your oil and then heat it up, and then concentrate that one only on your scalp. At this stage, you can just leave it like that and tie your hair up, or you can just take a thin towel, soak it in hot water, wring off as much water as you can and tie your hair up. And you're gonna leave it like this for half an hour with or without the towel. Why thin towel? Because, you know, if you take a thick towel, then it's gonna be heavy with water and difficult to wring. So, anyways, but yeah, you can leave it like that for half an hour, and then you're going to wash and condition and style everything that you usually do. Now you can also go to bed with the oil in your hair, not with the wet towel, but just with the oil in your hair. You can go to bed, just cover up your pillow covers, because the oil can kind of stain cotton. Wash it off in the morning just with your regular shower if that's what you do. Or you can just leave it for half an hour and then wash it off. I grew up putting the oil in the hair at night and then washing up in the morning. That was what I did. My husband's family, they just leave it on for half an hour and then wash it. So yeah, you can choose whichever way. Depending on the texture and thickness of your hair, you are going to need more or less oil, and it's going to need more or less washing. So you'll need to adjust that yourself. But yeah, besides that, you just proceed as you usually do. I hope you give this a try and let me know how it turned out. Now I want you to be careful if you think you're allergic to any of the oils, so always, you know, keep an eye on that. Now, depending on the texture of your hair and how much oil is there in your hair, the washing time will kind of vary. You will need to figure it out for yourself. So I would suggest that if you're going to do this, do it over a weekend and do it on a Saturday, so then you have an extra day in case you don't get it all off. We are not aiming for like squeaky clean hair. You should never aim for squeaky clean hair, because squeaky clean means actually it is going to get frizzy. And if your hair tends to be oily very quickly, this might help you, because sometimes our body produces excess oil if it thinks that it's deprived. You know what I mean? So this can actually help you if you have an oily scalp. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys today. I hope you like this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you think this is a useful series. And I will be talking about other things from your pantry that you can use for your beauty purposes in the coming episodes. Thanks again for watching. Bye.